Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Sega Master System. Yes, this is a really cool system. Not everybody likes the controller. There's a couple of variants of the controller. This is the one I got. Some of them have like a little hole in the middle for like a little tiny joystick to screw into the D-pad. Which I don't think is very effective, but all right. You can use a Genesis controller for most Master System games, but there are some that actually want the damn real thing. So you're kind of stuck there if you're playing on real hardware. Of course, if you emulate, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You know, you can do whatever you want. Some of the Master System games, such as Phantasy Star, had two different soundtracks. They had the regular PSG soundtrack, which was what we all got in the United States and other places. But if you played the Japanese version and you had the FM adapter, or if you got one of the later re-release Master Systems in Japan that had built-in FM sound, you got FM sound, which is a whole different type of way of doing sound and music and stuff, and sounds very interesting. It doesn't always sound better necessarily, just depends I guess on what you think about that, but it is different. And that's kind of like that kind of describes this channel. We're not necessarily better than other channels. What I do isn't necessarily any better than anyone else. It's just different. And you might like it, or you might not. In which case, I don't blame you either way. But today, we're playing around with some Sega Master System stuff. I actually am going to be running these games on my Sega Genesis with my EverDrive. Because I have FM support through my EverDrive. And I can put all the ROMs on there for Master System and play them. So that's how we're going to be playing it. I know, that's weird. But that's how we're going to be doing this thing that we're doing together. So there's that. Welcome everybody to the chat. Oh my goodness, I forgot to pin the first comment from Luke. Where are the AM sound enhanced games? This is the question. This is the question, dude. We don't have an answer to that yet. But it is being investigated. I made a joke and I said it's those are the games with country music and right-wing politics, and of course this started a whole political discussion. My fault, my bad. I have failed you. I failed you. Trichome 7:30 came early, totally normal, happens to everyone. Yes, this is it is a problem that I have. It is a problem. Luke's Awakening, welcome to the chat. Cyber Leet, is that what that's supposed to be? Cyber Leet, Cyber13337, welcome to the chat. And Television Gamer, what's up, Casey? Hello, hello, hello. Last line is also here. And I said Tricom, Saboteur, Sega. Yes, the Master System starts up the BIOS for the regular Master System. And it does like it doesn't do the voice Sega, but it does the sound of the voice, if that makes sense. It goes, which is like, if you were that one chef guy from the Muppets, that's what it would sound like. Luke says, Sega Master System is my favorite of all the Master Systems. I agree. I can't think of one that's better. But I don't want to, discourage the other Master Systems. They can keep trying. Eventually, they'll get there. Tricom, I have 2 Genesis Model 1s, 2 Game Gears, and an analog Sega Genesis. So technically, I have 5 Master Systems. That's astounding. That's crazy. That's also awesome. Last line says, the ones that don't work with the Genesis, how did they work on a Genesis? What? Okay, one more time. The ones that don't work with the Genesis, how did they work on a Genesis? Or did it let you plug in the Master System controller? Oh, I see what you're saying. The controller. Yeah. So, like, for example, Alien Syndrome. You have to use a Genesis. This is the bad thing about playing Master System games on a Genesis. You have to use a Genesis controller to start the Genesis, to load the ROMs and start the ROM. But then there's games like Alien Syndrome that they ain't gonna work right unless you put this sucker in there. Which means once you start the game, you gotta switch controllers, which is annoying. So we might avoid Alien Syndrome tonight. There's a couple of games like that. So that's how that works. Last line, like how Atari used the same plug, loved using Genesis controller on that. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Oh, the Geekstorian is here. Hello, Nick. Hola, Nick. Hola, Nick. Welcome. Chris Courage, the man, the myth, the legend. What's up, Chris? Chris Courage, awesome friend of mine, done so much work for me modding my systems, including my Game Gear, so I can enjoy Master System games and Game Gear games in amazing fidelity on my Game Gear or through the HDMI out that he provided. So thank you, Chris Courage, for all that you do. Every little thing that you do. That was the AM coming through for a second there. Sorry. Yes. Nick's Luke's away. ColecoVision is 9-pin controllers too. Indeed, sir. Indeed. Tricom chat window is drawing a blank. Oh, did I forget to switch it? Thank you for telling me that. I'm not even looking at it. My bad. Thanks for telling me, because I actually didn't even look at it. All right. I'm looking at another window for my chat. That's what I get. There we go. How about that? How about that? Cash me inside. How about that? Wow. It helps if you it helps if you do things like that. Yeah, thanks for telling me, because I would have gone the whole stream and not even noticed. Let's see. Nick, the historian, is here. Cyrus can start. Yes. Swedish Chef. Yes. I love the Master System controller. I love it. It's all right. It's interesting, Luke. Maybe Cy needs to try and play some Genesis with the Coleco controller. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Buggy Multiplex. Commodore 64 is Atari controllers also. It's like the standard, man. It's like the standard, bro. All right. I have Rostan loaded up. If you've never heard FM sound on Master System games, but you've played Master System games, it might be kind of jarring. It might be a little weird. And like I said, it's not necessarily that it's better. Sometimes I think it's definitely better, but for some games, it's just different. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to start with a different game. We're going to start. I got a translated version of Phantasy Star, like a ROM, that we can do a direct comparison, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So, hang on, we'll bring this up. Here we go. Hang on, here we go. All right. So I got all my FM sound games in this folder here. Oh, I hit the wrong button. That one. It's not as many as you might think. That's all the ones that I know of anyway that have FM sound. There's quite a few, but there's a lot that don't. It's funny because like Space Harrier 3D has FM sound, but not regular Space Harrier. I don't know. That's weird. That doesn't make sense to me. It's very strange. But anyway, we're gonna pull up this Phantasy Star. This is a English translated. If you have the United States ROM, or if you have the United States cartridge for Phantasy Star, I can't figure out a way to get FM sound to work on that. So you have to have either the Japanese ROM or a translated version of the Japanese ROM. At least that's as far as I can tell. So that's interesting. But everything else doesn't seem to have that problem. I don't know. So here's FM sound. I'm going to change this. See, this ROM actually lets you select between the two. So here's the FM. And that's what it sounds like with PSG. And this is what I've always heard every time I've ever played Phantasy Star. but FM. And I think if you play this on the Nintendo Switch, the version that they put out, it'll also let you do this, like change the different types of sound. And if you play this on emulators, most of them will also let you decide how you want to hear it, so to speak. Oh yeah. They added a lot of extra text to this translation. And in the American regular release, the main villain is called Lassic, but I guess he's supposed to actually be called Lashik or something. And they see how they spell it, Lashik? I guess, I don't know. I've never been one of the cool nerds, so I don't know all this like lore. See all this extra text? I mean, I'm assuming you played Phantasy Star before. You may never have played Phantasy Star. But that's a lot of extra text. You can even select the color of Alice's hair. You can have it be brown like this or dark. It's weird. It's interesting. And if you've never played Phantasy Star, remember, this is the Sega Master System, 8-bit console. Watch this. Oh yeah. I'm controlling this. I remember the first time I saw this back in the day when I got a Master System, and I was like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? What? What am I looking at? How's this possible? What's happening? What world am I in? I need an adult. Very interesting. We'll go outside so you can hear some of that music. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We could talk to the folks in town. See what the folks are doing and gossiping about. Yeah. How you doing? Nice dress, lady. Alright. This game has good music. Like I said, you could decide whether you prefer this this music or the regular PSG music. I don't know. The rest of the games that we look at, that we're gonna gander at today, I'm just gonna play some. We're not gonna like dwell too much on everything. We're just gonna play some of these other games with FM sound so you guys can drink it in. Let me get back to the chat for a second. Buggy says, do the 2600 games look any better on Coleco? I never got the 2600 adapter for the ColecoVision, and in order to play 2600 games on Coleco, you have to have the adapter, because it's basically like the hardware for the 2600. That's what the adapter is. So you can't just put them on a flash drive and play them that way. Like I can't put them on my Ultimate SD card. It don't work. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. But Genesis can't do the second button on 7800. That's true. That's true. This is true, man. Last line must have been a universal plug like USB. Yeah, I think so, because that type of plug is on like computers and all kinds of stuff. It's on like everything. Luke says, get out of here with that Commodore 64 talk. This is the home of Spectrum ZX, or ZX as our British friends say. Okay. Okay. Oh man, it skipped on me. Okay. Cranable. What's up, Cranable? Cy the man. I am a man. I'm not the man, but I am a man. Buggy says, I wish Alf had FM sound. Okay. I've never heard anybody say that before. That's nothing wrong with that. I don't really remember too much about Alf. Not a game I've spent a lot of time with. Is it a really good game, or just like you just like Alf? You just want to hear that. You just want to hear what it sounds like, maybe. I don't know. Luke says, I used to have a cartridge like this one. You had a cartridge of Phantasy Star? Oh, wow. Last night, Thanksgiving leftovers, time to eat. The FM is a lot more pleasing sound. It just depends on the game. Some of them, it also depends on your nostalgia. What you're used to. Because like for me, I've played Phantasy Star with regular PSG sound forever. So this is technically probably better, but I'm just not used to it. I should spend some more time with it so I can get used to it. I don't know. Phantasy Star, the book version. Yeah, my brother brought that book over for Thanksgiving. The Dungeons and Dragons book. I put some pictures of it on my Discord. Really cool book. Very cool. Pre-blast processing, that's correct. Last line, yeah, the dungeon crawling is super smooth here. Surprised they didn't make a dungeon crawler game like that. Yeah, it's interesting. It's really the only game you see like that on the Master System. Buggy, the Mark III FM synthesis chip Yamaha, and is also in a few Yamaha keyboards. One is even a keytar. Oh, wow. Yeah. Chris Courage, it's double dungeons on the Master System. Yep. It might even be a little bit better animation, right, than double dungeons. Maybe. I don't want to. I know it's blasphemy. Sorry, I gotta be careful. Nightwolf, yo, boss. What's up, playa? Hey, boss. What's happening, boss? May I say? Buggy says, AKA shoulder keyboard. Yes, I've seen them. Granable, in Canada, we also pronounce ZZ. It's interesting, the difference there. There's so many little weird things like that. Last line, Alf is an infamous Master System game. What's so infamous about it? Enlighten me. I don't know. What is so infamous about it? Was it covered by the angry video game nerd? And he was like, oh, this game, and funny joke, hate game, Is that what happened? I don't know. Born Distracted, I heard Alf was a bad game. Oh. Nick says, I need to go through this one day, beat Phantasy Star 2 and 3, but could never play 1 because I didn't have a Master System. Well, I highly recommend you get it on the Switch, because if you play Phantasy Star on the Switch, you have access to the map while you're playing it on the side of the screen. It's actually probably the best way to play Phantasy Star. So that's a very unique version. It's not on anything else. They didn't put it on PlayStation or Xbox or PC. If you want that version, you got to get it on Switch. Unless, I'm sure there's a way you could do it on PC. You could do anything on PC. But what I'm saying is the release version. It's a great port. Absolutely. We'll load up another game here. Hang on. Uno Momento. FM sound. We'll just start at the top. Afterburner. Now, Afterburner on Master System, let's be honest. It's not the best version of Afterburner. But it's a pretty fun version. As far as 8-bit versions, it's pretty good. But if you ever play Afterburner on the 32X or the Saturn or the arcade or whatever, and you come back and then play this one, you're going to be like, hey, angry video game nerd time. Angry. But it's still pretty nostalgic for me because I did have it back in the day, and I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, enough apologies for Afterburner. I'm going to put it on with FM sound. Let's see. Last line. I guess that means a full playthrough with FM sound of this game on your playthrough channel. You know what? I could do that. I played through Phantasy Star Oh my god. You know how many? I can't even tell you how many times I've played through Phantasy Star. Probably at least 5 or 6 times. So, playing it through the Switch, which would be very easy actually, since you have the map like that, that's something I could do. I could absolutely do that. It's something to think about. So, I will contemplate this on the Tree of Woe, as they say. Buggy says, yeah, I just like Alf. Hey! Nothing wrong with that. Born Distracted, you're not missing much, Nick. Geekstorian, yo, Born, you hate turn-based anyway? Okay. I think he did on an Alf video, actually. Let me check. Yep, he did. It was Christmas episode from 10 years. That figures. I knew. I hadn't even seen it. I had no idea, but I knew. I'm telling you, I didn't cheat. I didn't know that ahead of time. I don't really watch Angry Video Game Nerd stuff, but I knew. I hope you would have at least demoed the battle music. Oh, okay, well, I could do that, I guess. Nobody asked me anything like that. Well, you probably did, and I just didn't get to your point. Crannibal Sai just wanted to bring to light that we appreciate your company on YouTube, even though we realize keeping up doing YouTube video streaming isn't always easy for YouTubers. Thank you for saying that, Crannibal. I appreciate that. I actually really do appreciate that, because, I mean, yeah, it's, you know, the funny thing about this is, there's a lot of people that do this sort of thing, that stream on YouTube and play video games. And most of them do it way better than I do. In fact, I've had some really interesting experiences where somebody would basically do something that I was doing and do it way better than me. And I would see it firsthand and be like, cool, I really appreciate what they're doing. That's awesome. But it also kind of makes you look back and go like, do I really need to do this? Like, what am I doing? So I do have a lot of times when I'm like, man, maybe I don't need to do this anymore. But it's still fun, so I'm still doing it. But I do appreciate that very much, Crandall. Thank you. Last line, the title music sounds like James Bond. It does kind of sound like James Bond. That's a good point. That is a good point. Nick says, I like AVGN. It's clear a lot. It's just it's a funny show. It's not even, it's whatever. It's just a funny show. Last line, nah, I asked after you switched. It's okay. Play some Afterburner boss. Am I the boss now? Am I Bruce Springsteen? Is that what we're doing? Oh man, Geekstorian, it's like him talking about the goggles you have to use for one stage in Ghostbusters on Genesis. He said you had to go out and get another set when they died, when you can buy multiple pairs. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, we'll play a little bit. That's a strange sound effect. I'm not used to this FM stuff, sorry. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's... I don't think any of the FM stuff is necessarily bad. It usually sounds better, but it is hard. It's difficult for me to get used to, because I'm just not used to it. Burn. And this, like I said, is, I mean, not the best way to play Afterburner. But it is nostalgic. And back in the day, before there were better versions of this at home, this was pretty cool. Man, I'm just sucking ass. I'm not even concentrating about what I'm doing. Isn't my gameplay awesome on this channel? Isn't it so cool? Afterburner. The challenge will always be there until Cyrus turns the game off. Cy should be the next James Bond or a Bond villain. Yeah, I could be a Bond villain. So, Mr. Bond, you think you can play the video games, huh? Well, let's find out, shall we? Alex Kidd BMX Trial. Have you ever played this? This is not a regular Alex Kidd. It's a different type of game. Check this out. Geek Story and sorry, random AVGN episode I watched today. He was doing Ghostbusters games. Birdman 54. Is it Birdman? Yeah, is it Birdman? Hello, Birdman. How are you? He says they had versions of this on 360 and PlayStation can't buy anymore. Oh, Afterburner? Yeah. I have that. What is that called? Afterburner Climax. I have that on my 360. It's very cool. It's actually really cool. Buggy Multiplex. To me, the sound is pretty close to the very early Genesis Mega. It is, yes. Yes, it is. It has some distinct similarities to, especially, like you said, the early Mega Drive Genesis games. Absolutely. That's true. Geek Story, and to be fair, this would be a hard version to play with how it moves. It's a little hard to track things compared to other versions. Yeah, because the animation, especially. Yeah. You need the weird controller for this, though, right? Do you? Well, let's find out. Let's try to play it. Let's see if we can play it. Oh, wow. Look at me. Yeah, I might have to hook up the Master System controller to play this. Yeah, because I can't go to the right or to the left. If I press left, I go right. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Unfortunately, you have to keep switching controllers every time I want to load another game. Wow, it's still doing it. Is there a special controller for this game or something? What? I think you need like the weird other analog controller or something. Oh wow. I've never played it, so I didn't know that. Now I know. It's the opposite of NASCAR edition, only turning right. Yeah. Alright, let's play the Genesis controller back in. So much for that. At least we heard the wonderful, beautiful music. It's not a complete loss. Da-da-da-da. Alex Kidd, The Lost Stars. Now this is just a regular Alex Kidd type of game. It's not like that. Oh, listen to that. That sounds good. Wow, that is a loud scream. I'm the miracle ball. No, I'm the miracle ball. Whatever that is. Oh, okay. Don't hit that, I guess. So all you can do is jump. Can't do nothing else. Just jump. That'd be a cool name for a game. Just Jump. If that's all you did. I mean, obviously if you did more than that, you wouldn't want to call it Just Jump. I don't think I've ever played this before. Oh, I'm hanging on the thing there. Oh, that's cool. Cool. Look at me. I'm flying over the whole level. What is this, Super Mario 3? Oh, there's like a little, whatever that is. I don't know what that's supposed to be, like a little mini train or something? Strange. Ah! Wow, really? Damn it. Uh-oh, I'm running out of time. That's not an annoying sound. Oh my god, I just fell right off. It's for the best. That's enough. That's enough of that. Wow, that scream, yes. Left my miracle balls. Those balls are perfect. Those balls are great. Yes. Alien Syndrome. This is the one you have to switch. We'll at least let you see it and listen to it and whatever. I'm not going to switch controllers. I'm just tired. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Anyway. Trackball or something weird. Oh, okay. I got you for that game. I love that scream. Born Distracted. I remember playing the Master System on a black and white TV. It looked all right. Yeah, back in the day. Oh, it's not going to let you hear it in the demo. Isn't that awesome? So I'm going to have to switch the controllers. Damn it. I'm trying to catch up on the chat. All right, hang on. This is so convenient. This is the way you want to do this for sure. Not on an emulator where you wouldn't have to do this. This is what you want to do. All right. Let me try to catch up on the chat. Alex needs a comeback. Indeed. Let's see. Buggy says, oh yeah, this game is certified weirdo classic. Nick says it's neat looking. It's sort of a pity they never did much with Alex Kidd on Genesis. I think they had one game maybe on Genesis, something like that, but they didn't really try like they could have. Nick says I think it could have worked fine next to Sonic on its, yeah, if they had really tried, yeah. Alex needs a comeback. Grantable, imagine if the Master System also had also special enhancement chips like the NES. Like, oh my god, yeah. Yeah, I can only imagine. I mean, it was pretty powerful as it was. It was like, you know, the Z80 or Z80, excuse me, was pretty damn good. It was like quite a bit more powerful than the base CPU of the NES. And I guess that's why they never did any enhancement chips, because they kind of were able to get by without it. But if they had done something, yeah. Oh, yeah. Born Distracted seems like to play any Alex Kidd game, you need patience. Just a little patience. Yeah. Buggy says, LOL, I think Sonic was specifically designed to address all the failures of Alex Kidd, or so the legend says. The legend. Nick says, they also do Alex Kidd in Miracle World back in 2021. I don't think that it did well. You think, oh, you're talking about like that reimagining of Alex Kidd that's all like cartoon looking? Luke says, Alex Kidd sucks. I don't like any of the Alex Kidd games. Alrighty. Born Strike said, well, Luke, I don't blame you. Birdman 54. The music in this game spooks me out. Alien Syndrome. All right, we're about to play it. Hang on. Alex Kidd in Super Mega Graphics Land. Yes. All right, here we go. Let's play it. Let's get spooked out together. This is just like Aliens, the movie. Exactly like it. No difference. Stolen assets. Ah, damn it. I have trouble with this controller sometimes. It's not my favorite controller. Yeah. Fire! Come on, die. Sheesh. Friggin' die. Probably got to go back the other way. Oh, yeah, here we go. Ah. Let's get out of here. Warp. We warped. Hello. Music seems pretty minimal in this game. Alright. That's a lot of effort of switching controllers to play not very much Alien Syndrome. This is a two-player game, though. And that's pretty cool. You don't see too many two-player games on Master System. There are a few, but not as many as you would like there to be. Warp. I'm gonna try to get everybody in and warp out of here. At least get past the first level. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, it's not open yet. That means I still got more folks to rescues. So many aliens. Okay, see how the music changed? So now it should be open. There we go. Look at that! What is that? What is that I'm... It's Chet from Weird Science. Damn it! And I was doing so good. Alright, next game. Oh, wow. Altered Beast. This is not a great version of Altered Beast. I mean, if this is what you had back in the day, it's still going to be kind of fun. Animation is pretty rough. And the music's not... You might think, oh, it's going to be FM, so it's going to be closer to the Genesis. Not so much. It's not the best version of Altered Beast. I mean, it could be a lot worse. There are a lot way worse versions of Altered Beast on computers and stuff. Like I said, if this is what you had back in the day, you probably would be cool with it. Or at least you'd be like, well, I mean, it's Altered Beast. Because, I mean, some of the graphics actually look really good. They just don't animate very well. Because I remember seeing still pictures of this in like the Sears catalog and stuff and thinking, oh, Master System version Altered Beast doesn't look bad. Yeah, in photos. And like I said, it could be a lot worse. That could be the tagline for Master System. Sega Master System. It could be a lot worse. Let's see. Last line. Did they ever make a game based on the Aliens movie? Yeah, there's a really cool arcade game based on the Aliens movie. It's freaking awesome. Last line. I know they had one of the first movie and several of Alien 3. They were pretty good actually. Grantable, that was a decent game for its time. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it is two-player. You're talking about Alien Syndrome. Warner directed Alex Kidd in Bonk's Adventure World. I don't know about that. That'd be interesting. Last line, Double Dragon is two-player. Yes. I really like Double Dragon on the Master System. It looks a little different. It's kind of... It's kind of a little bit like Mighty Final Fight. It's kind of got that kind of vibe as far as Double Dragon. Not like this Double Dragon. This is on the Genesis right here. Say what you want. That's a lot of people have a lot of complaints about that Double Dragon on Genesis, but it looks pretty good. It could be, there's some problems with it slowing down and stuff, but I mean the arcade is pretty slow too, honestly. But anyway, the Master System Double Dragon, the graphics are kind of like cutesy, kind of a little bit, but the game is pretty good. It's actually, and it's 2 players simultaneous, like you said. Nye 11. Hey, Super, been a minute. What's up? What's up, Nye? Yes, the Nye draws nigh. See, the graphics, they look pretty good. It's just the animation, you know? Honestly. And for FM, it sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty good. It's not bad. Oh god, it's the thing in the back of the fridge. It's gained sentience. Graphics are decent, but yeah, that is chuggy. Famicom version is opposite. Graphics are awful, but the game's pretty good. It is what it is. Born Distracted, I remember how often Master System games flickered. Yeah. Chris Courage. Why is the concrete green and the ground purple? You know, I don't know. It's not like they didn't have the right colors available. I don't know. Master System had a really good color palette. I don't know. I have no answers to these questions, Chris. These are good questions, though. Nia says, I bet this game was inspired by the rampant steroid use of the time. Oh my gosh. I don't know about that. Born Distracted Chris, it's like what Bob Ross would say, happy accident? Okay. Nick says, this does not look like a good version to be running unless you really like seizures. Oh, wow. Wow. Not an endorsement. That's not an endorsement. Nia says, weirdly, the display name has changed. It used to be Kevin. I saw that on a couple of streams. Kevin. All right. Mossy concrete. Oh, it might be moss. Yeah, that's what it is. Mossy concrete. Yeah. Absolutely. The world of the ancients overtaken by nature. I like the way you're thinking. 10 points for Nye for coming up with a plausible explanation for the concrete. I like that. Geekstorian, didn't the Master System have a wider color palette than the NES? Yeah, it did. It had quite a bit better color palette. Much better CPU and much better color palette. Unfortunately, not as good as sound, unless you had the FM. It just didn't sound as good. Sound is a big deal on NES. Alright. Aztec Adventure. I don't think I ever played this one either. Let's check it out. Let's check it in. Well, that sounds good. That's got, I mean, so far that sounds really good. This is from 1987. Wow. I mean, it seems okay. It seems like a decent game so far. The music is good. Yeah, some of the games, the FM music really helps. It really does sound good. Also, keep in mind, I don't have experience with some of these games, so I don't have a frame of reference. So I haven't already established in my brain what the game's supposed to sound like. And that's a big part of that as well. Like I said, Phantasy Star, for me, PSG sound is the right way to do it. Is it the best way to do it? Probably not, but it's just what I'm used to. So I kind of benefit from not having experience with some of these games. Even Aztecs have adventures. Who knew? I imagine the Aztecs had a lot of adventures. Absolutely. What do you mean, even Aztecs? They had an empire, sir. They must have had all kinds of adventures. Chris Courage, what's weird is the Game Gear has an even larger color palette than the Master System, which is why some Game Gear games look better. Yes, Game Gear has a crazy color palette. It's like 32,000 colors or something like that. It doesn't even make sense because you don't really see it. I guess there's probably some games on Game Gear that you see it, but yeah, it's got a crazy color palette. Or maybe it's like 4,096. It's some crazy amount. I can't remember. Nice as hell. Yeah, I can't wait till Super Graphics coin becomes the currency of the world. Super Graphics coin. I'll invest in Super Graphics coin. Oh my. Ribbon Squash. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I played Dragon Crystal for 10 hours without a break. Does it have FM OST? Not sure. I don't remember. We'll find out in a second because I think I have all of them in this folder that I created, so we'll check. Dragon Crystal. We'll check on that. Born Distracted. Chris, was the Game Gear screen the highest resolution for its time? Game Gear screen's pretty low res, actually. I mean, mine is very high res thanks to Chris. But if you played like Master System games on the adapter for Game Gear, it was scrunched and kind of hard to read text and stuff because the resolution was not great on the Game Gear screen. Mike Wolf, interesting. Last line, Dragon Crystal, that's the one that's like Fatal Labyrinth. Game's good. Nice says bigger color palette versus smaller resolution, kind of interesting. I think the Game Gear and Game Boy had the same resolution. That might be true. And Game Boy is fascinating to me because it also has a Z80 or Z80 processor, but it has way better music. It's stereo sound, even though the graphics are obviously limited by the, you know, being black and white, 4 shades of gray or 6 shades of gray or something like that. The stuff they do with that is wild. You know, Game Gear, I mean, the Game Boy games and when it first came out versus towards the end, before, you know, when they were at the end of the life of the Game Boy, it's really wild what they're able to accomplish with that system. Turbo Express probably was literally a portable TurboGrafx 16. Yeah, Turbo Express. That's one I would love to have. The PC Engine GT or the Turbo Express. I probably would never be able to afford an actual Turbo Express. I'd get the Japanese one. Okay. Blade Eagle 3D we can't really do because it's 3D. By the way, it looks great with the glasses. It actually looks really good. The 3D effect with the glasses is awesome, but you got to do it on one of them old TVs. So we'll move on to Bomber Raid. Bomber Raid. Raven Squash, you throw money at enemies in this game to employ them as goons. That's funny. Geek Story and Game Boy was amazing. The Game Gear had some really good stuff too. I played a ton of both. It's confusing. I'm not going to harp on this, Nick, because I don't mean to be a jerk, but the 2 TOTOO thing throws me off really bad because, you know, 2 and TOO mean something different, and sometimes when I see that, it confuses me. So I'm not going to harp on it, just mentioning it. I know last time I mentioned it, kind of, I don't know, it was a problem. I'm not trying to be an a-hole. Just saying. So I don't think I ever played this. I played so many shmups on the Master System. Maybe I had played this. I can't remember. But I don't remember playing this. This is pretty cool. I do enjoy a shmup. I do enjoy just a little shmup. You know, with a little schmear, maybe some raspberry, a little bit of blueberry. I like the shmups. They're very fun. It's a good title song, yeah. Born Instructed, I wish the Turbo Express had a bigger screen. Nice says, what's also interesting to me about Game Boy, it lasted so long. The types of games and game design saw so much evolution. Super Mario World 1 was a simple NES game, but as it went to 2, design... Oh yeah, the difference between the first and second Mario on Game Boy is... It's like, wow, really? The first one looks almost like one of those little Tiger handhelds, like almost. The second one is like an NES game, like you said. It's crazy. Nice says they'll put me on a list if I say the name of the game. Oh, another list? I don't know what you're talking about. Last line, this one looks good. It's pretty, yeah, it looks pretty good. We're just kind of jumping through these just so we can check out some of the music a little bit. Not really spending much time in them. Not right now. We're just perusing. We're perusing. We're browsing. California games. I played this on NES. It was like a big deal on the Atari Lynx. When the Lynx very first came out, California Games was like the game they showed in all the magazines and stuff for the Lynx. I don't think I've ever played it for the Lynx. I never really liked California Games that much. I had it on the Atari 2600. It was okay, but I didn't really play it too much. I don't think I've ever played it on the Master System. I don't think so. Not that I remember anyway. Night Wolf. My NES consoles aren't in the best shape. That's pretty common. Buggy says Pokemon gave Game Boy a second life. That's very true. That's very true. Mike Wolf, Cyrus in the club playing shmup, so come give him a hug. What? Yeah, I'll take a hug. Why not? Wait a minute. What are we talking about? Night Wolf, I'm thinking of getting a top loader NES. Well, if you get the Japanese one, obviously that's Famicom, and you have to... It depends on how you're going to play the games. If you're going to do them on an EverDrive, you could get the top loader. Like, that's what I got, was a top loader. If you get just a regular top loader AV Famicom from Japan, man, I don't know how it is with these tariffs and stuff these days. It really sucks. Things are so crazy. But what I was going to say is those are usually a lot cheaper. Plus, they have AV out. The American top loaders are usually more expensive, and they're just RF out unless you get them modded. There's also some interesting, like, knockoff consoles I saw on AliExpress. I don't know how good they are, but they have, like, some top loader NES Famicom looking things. They might be pretty good. I really don't know what the quality's like, and they might be HDMI out, so... I don't know. I don't know how the sound is on them either. Usually the sound's a little weird on consoles like that, but it might be an option to think about. I bet there's like reviews and stuff on YouTube you could find to check out some of that stuff. You might find something like that that's like a knockoff system, or you could get like the retro USB AVS, which is a really cool FPGA system, and it's like $200 and they're still selling it. It's not too bad. And that's HDMI out, 720p, and it's very, very good. There's a lot of good options for NES stuff. Nice as Pokemon was such a massive game, the memory needed for all those characters had to have been unheard of previously. Yeah, yeah. I know the Pokemon games on Game Boy were hugely popular. I mean, obviously, I never played any of them. I wasn't into that on Game Boy at the time. My brother played the crap out of, especially the yellow one. He played that one all the time. He still plays Pokemon games. He's played them on every Nintendo handheld, but I never got into them. As much as I love JRPGs, you would think I would play Pokemon stuff, but I've never played Pokemon games. It's weird. I'm weird. I have played Phantasy Star, and Phantasy Star has Meow, and Meow could be called a Pokemon. The original Pokemon, Meow. So, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Night says, But super, if you play all these ROMs, the makers of the games will not get their 5-cent royalty 30 years later. I don't know about that. I don't think they're getting any royalty. Yeah. I mean, we try to buy the games when they re-release them, or, you know, whatever. You try to do what you can, but it is what it is. You know, there was a time, once upon a time, when there could have been arrangements made to sell ROMs, to figure out how to make money on that. And it all got, you know, it all got convoluted, and it's whatever, you know. So, anyway, yeah, at this point, it's like, if I can, I try to support whatever, but it is what it is. It be like that sometimes. Last line, that's a 50-cent lyric, Si. What's a 50-cent lyric? I missed something completely. My bad. Not the first time that's happened. Pokemon was such a massive... I already read that. Okay. Last line, those. Last line, hacky sack video game. LOL, I remember when... Dude. When I was in the 3rd grade, I moved from my hometown to another town for a while. A lot bigger town. And my hometown was like a couple years behind on everything for some reason. Like everything. And when I moved to this other town, everybody was doing marbles and hacky sacks. And I was like, what is happening? And then micro machines. So I tried to get into them. I got into the micro machines. I really loved those. Those were really cool. Marbles, I didn't really get into. Hacky sacks, I tried, but I don't have any kind of hand-eye coordination. It didn't work out. It wasn't my finest hour. But I watched people play hacky sacks, and I was mesmerized by what they were doing. People were like, it's amazing what bored kids can come up with, you know? This game's got some really good graphics. Look at all the parallaxing on that. I should play this damn game. Plus there's hot chicks. Oh my. Alright, let me load another game and we'll get back to the chat and read some more. That's a cool game. It actually looks a lot better than the NES version. Like quite a bit. Sometimes that happens. Alright. California Games. Captain Silver. This is a good game. I played this quite a bit. It's not about Long John Silver. It's not the restaurant. Although that would have been a great tie-in if Master System had been more popular and they had done like a cross-promotion. You can get your copy of Captain Silver at Long John Silver with exclusive content. You know, they could have worked that out. Let's see. Hacky set video. Yeah, I read that. Oh, true. Thanks. Hell Transit Bowl still have Pokemon Sapphire after all this time. Wow. Nice. Says, I often wonder, do they even get money for official releases? Probably not. It's probably just whoever owns the licenses. You know? I'm sure these guys don't get anything. The multi-layered scrolling in this game is insane. Oh yeah, that was really cool. Yeah. Nick says, Micro Machines were a lot of fun. The little playset areas for them were cool. I love the ones that changed color when you got them wet. That was my favorite. They were really cool. And the Micro Machine Man was awesome. You know, Blur from Transformers. He was awesome. Good times. Good times. Last line, our town was really behind on hacky sack. It wasn't a thing in my area until I was in middle school. Wow. Funny because I remember it being popular when I lived in California during the 1st grade. It's weird how those things used to happen like that. Maybe they still do. I don't know, but that definitely happened back in the 80s. Absolutely. This game promotes in real life exercise. Verboten. Yeah, you're talking about California games. Nick says, didn't Hot Wheels have color change? Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that had color change and stuff back in those days. Even like Zartan for G.I. Joe. Were there any color changing Transformers? Do you remember, Nick? Because I can't remember if there were. But there was some cool gimmicky toys out there. Do you remember the ones with the holograms? Like they would put holograms on the Transformers, the little holograms, but then there was like Visionaries. You remember Visionaries? They had like the staffs with the holograms and they were really cool looking. Dude, there was some cool toys back, and we had the best toys in the 80s, for sure. For real, for real. It was the best era for toys. And for breakfast cereal. It was the bomb. Probably doesn't happen really nowadays thanks to TikTok. Probably takes days instead of years for trends, yeah. Nick says, I don't recall any color changing ones. The hologram emblem was fun. Yes, that was really cool. Nice says, this guy passed the moon several times. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. What's going on? Well, there's the cat from Alice in Wonderland. This is a weird game. Yeah, how many moons are there? What's happening in this game? This is like a virtual world or something. Something's weird. Something's off. It's like the Matrix, but it's strange. Strange. Music sounds pretty good. I'm gonna start this one. I just want to see what it sounds like when you... Yeah. Oh, that is a bad sound effect. Wow. I'm killing the giant furry guys from from Chuck E. Cheese or whatever. This is weird. Now, I don't know why. I played this game before. I played this game quite a bit, but it didn't seem as weird to me until now for some reason. Sometimes something just clicks and you're like, wait a minute. This thing that I've known all my life is not what I thought it was. What's happening? Oh, I'm spelling out Captain Silver also, by the way. In case you're wondering what's up with all these letters. I can't jump that high, yo. I gotta get my Jordans on if I'm gonna try to jump up that high. I don't think they had Jordans back in these days. Pretty sure. These doors, look how thin these doors are. Wow. They're really counting on everybody to be in shape. Wow. It's a musical clown. Oh my gosh. Oh, look, I'm throwing stars. Dude, hell yeah. They're not ninja stars, just regular stars. I mean, they might be ninja stars. They could be. We don't know. It's not specified. What are those things that are dropping? That's weird. Oh. Don't go chasing waterfalls. It's not really waterfalls, though. Oh, a shop. Can I go in the shop? Yeah, I can buy stuff. I need time. Time is the most important thing to buy, I think, in life. If you could buy time, dude. How much time? Like, that's all I would buy. No, it's not. You don't want to buy nothing but time. You just be miserable forever. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I think time would be the last thing I would buy. Uh-oh, the Captain Silver thing disappeared. Oh, I made it. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Music's pretty good. It's not bad, FM. Strange game. Very strange game. Ah, we're out in the sea. Yar, it's the pirates. We're on the pirate ship. This is where the name of the game starts to make sense. Yeah. Can you climb this stuff? Yeah, how about that? Oh, I got like a power-up. Look at me with my vest or whatever it is. What do I do to jump that high? Is there some way to jump that high that I... Oh, wait a minute. I probably have to... I bet I gotta... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, now we're talking. Bloop. Well, that dude had a gun. That is not fair. That is not fair at all. What I learned from Indiana Jones is, and from Sean Connery in The Untouchables, is that you don't bring a knife to a gunfight. I learned that from movies. I didn't know that before that, but the movies taught me that lesson. Like, but if I hadn't seen those movies, I very well could have brought a knife to a gunfight and gotten killed. So, sometimes movies can save your life. Oh, get up there. Run away! Oh, no. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright. Captain Silver. Thank you. Thank you for your service, Captain. Alright. Casino games. We're going to get flagged if we do casino games. You're not supposed to do gambling on YouTube. Let's see what happens. We'll risk it. 1989. Okay, this is a later release right here. I'm so far behind on the chat now. I don't know if I can even catch up. The game promotes in real life exercise. Yes. EGADs, furries. Nick says, didn't Hot Wheels have color change cars? Yes, we already read that. Probably doesn't have nowadays TikTok. I missed some of this stuff before. Sorry about that. Geek Story, and they had triple changers and like the ones that had two vehicles form the robot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Headmasters, Power Masters, Target Masters. Dude, there were so many of those. It was crazy. Last line, LOL. Is that like a parrot? I don't know what that was. Nye says, this guy's tripping severely. This pro-drug message fits with Sega's grown-up targeted marketing of the time. Definitely on brand, yes. Luke says, Headmasters and Target Masters were the best. I was never a fan of the Power Masters. What was the city, Luke? Maybe you remember this. The cities that had the transformer that turned into the head of the city. Like he was his own transformer. There was one, I think, and I might be wrong, that he had like a little guy that turned into his head, and then like he changed into the head of the big city. Something like that. I can't remember. You probably remember about it. Geek Story, and I just liked some of the figures from the Power Masters. Power Masters Prime was amazing. Power Master Prime is the only one I can remember. Brian F. in the house. What's up, Brian? What's up, Brian? Hey, Brian. I was eating some pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving, Brian. And guess what I had on my pumpkin pie? Cool Whip. I had Cool Whip on my pumpkin pie, Brian. It was awesome. He says, it's the cat from Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. Nye says, the very trees themselves grow horrified-faced carven watermelons. Flee this possessed hellscape. Post haste. Thank you. It's crazy. It was cray-cray. It was wild. Let's see if we can do. Please give your name within 10 characters. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm going to get in trouble if I play this game. There's only 2 options here. Mr. A. Let's do Mr. A. Can I do that? Hey! Oh, hello there. Welcome, Mr. A. Do you have an account? No. I see, Mr. A. You have $500 now to play the game. Take your time and enjoy yourself. Which game would you like to play? Slot machine? Let's do the $25. I love slot machines. Alright, how does this work? Cool. Okay, that's enough. Let's see what happens. Come on, big money, big money. Damn it. This game's rigged. This game is rigged. This is why YouTube doesn't want you to gamble. Let's try it again. We're gonna be broke in a minute. Damn. Alright, let's do everything. Launch every zig for great justice. Come on. Crap. Alright, we'll load up the last of our money. See what happens. I can't believe I won nothing. Yeah, I feel the same, dude. Yes. Bankrupt. Oh wow, he turned purple. Oh, now he's in the alley? Oh no. Oh no, I feel so terrible. Don't be downhearted. There's still tomorrow. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at this guy. Next time, give it everything you've got. That's what I did. He literally kicked the can down the road. Oh, poor guy. He's fading into the darkness. He has to live on the street now. Wow. They really make you feel bad about this. I'm definitely playing that game again. I love casino games. Oh man, okay. Let's load up the next one. I'll check the chat. I actually really like that game. I barely played it, but I like it so far. This is a weird one. I've never heard of this one, but it was on the list of FM games. So let's see what it sounds like and looks like. I've never played it. Not that I know of. Sega. Or maybe I have played this. Is this Cyber Shinobi or something like that? Or maybe not. Maybe just I'm thinking Borgman. I don't think this is. I don't know. It's a strange name. Borgman. Is he part of the Borg Collective? Oh yeah, this is Cyber Shinobi. Pretty good game. Graphics are really good. FM music, that's not bad. Pretty cool. All right, let me check the chat. Let's see. Hell Tantra Bull, what's up, Hell? How you doing, Hell? What's up? I still want a perfect Master System MU running on the Saturn. I mean, yeah, why not? Last line, he wouldn't be a captain if he wasn't on a boat. I mean, you could be a captain and not be on a boat. That's ridiculous. That's what you just said is ridiculous. Hell says Metroplex and Fortress Maximus were the giant Autobots you're thinking of. Okay. All right, there you go. There you go. Trichome says, I'm reporting this stream for gambling. Damn it! I knew this would happen. It was a good run, fellas. It was a good run. Nye says, turns out I was a Fed, Narc, FBI, CIA, G-Man all along, Super. Damn it! Come with me without a fuss, please. You gambling fiend. I'm canceling this damn channel, you binary beast. This is like the scene on what was that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he infiltrates the mob and they're like, resign or be prosecuted any way you want it. What was the name of that movie? I can't remember the name of it. That was a cool movie. It was stupid, but it was cool. Just can't remember the name of it. I'm getting old, guys. I can't remember things. I could never remember anyway, but it's getting worse. Nah, the coin spin animation is super smooth. A lot of frames. I mean, like I said, I love those kind of games. So, apocalyptic. LOL. I got some rare things on sale, stranger. Yeah. Brian F. Would you like to put your house up as collateral for some more money? I mean, sometimes, thankfully, they don't go into that detail on that game. That would be crazy. I wonder if there's a gambling game, a video game that's like a casino game, where it does all that kind of stuff. Where like you get money from a loan shark, and then he's like trying to collect. He kicks in your front door and like beats the shit out of you. I bet there's things like that in games. Not necessarily a game that is just about that, but like Grand Theft Auto type stuff. I bet there's games that do that kind of stuff. Last line, a video game casino tournament would be interesting. Give players a time limit to see who can rack up the biggest pot. Last line, you might be onto something. That might be a fun regular stream to do. You should do that. That'd be pretty cool. Tricom, now it turns into GTA. You turn to a life of crime to pay your gambling debt. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Apocalyptic, he better go home. Yeah. But if he goes home, how's he gonna explain everything? It's gonna be tough. Last line, I think the movie you're talking about is Raw Deal. Yes, that's the movie. Yes, Raw Deal. That was a fun movie. I mean, I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but I remember it being a fun movie. Geekstorian, I think you're right. Last line, that's a good movie. I'm gonna have to watch that again. All right. We've seen enough of that. Let's check out the next one. We're not going to look at too many more. We're going to keep going for a little bit longer, but we're not going to look at too many more. There's too many of them. There's so many. There's actually quite a few. Look at all these. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Cloudmaster. We got to do Double Dragon. Let's just do Double Dragon. Because this sounds way better. This actually is a big improvement. And I had this when I was a kid. And this sounds way better. This is a fun game. This is a good version of Double Dragon. But like I said, the graphics are kind of, they kind of like simplified it, like Final Fight, Mighty Final Fight, kind of like that. It's still really cool. It's cool though. All right, let me put my turbo on. Yeah. There we go. Damn it. You do have moves in this too. It's not like the NES one where you have to build up stuff and do things like that. The NES game is a really interesting game. It's like Double Dragon, but they added like these RPG elements to it. God, I love the NES game. I guess graphically this is pretty similar to the NES game, now that I'm thinking about it. Better colors. Let's get this. Oh yeah. The FM music's good in this game. Yeah! Whip it good. And I lost my whip. Damn it. Damn you. Sometimes I just get my ass beat on this. I'm trying to do my elbow there. I want to do the uppercut, but I just can't quite remember how to pull it off. Like, see those moves? I need to look at the instructions on this. It's been way too long. I had a science teacher in the 8th grade that had a Sega Master System. He's like the only person that I ever ran into in real life that had a Sega Master System. He was like the coolest teacher, man. Like, I learned so much science stuff from this guy in the 8th grade. It was awesome. Anyway, he had a Master System, and he let me borrow some of his games, and I let him borrow some games. I actually gave him Double Dragon. He was really cool. I never knew any other teacher that even understood what a video game was. but he did. Good times. Good times. Uh-oh, we got dynamite! Come on, man. Come on. Damn it. You get right in that one spot and you can't hit them. I'm trying to headbutt. There we go. Finally grab somebody. Damn. I'll sit here and play this all night. It's pretty damn good. Well, if it isn't Magic Mike. Well. What's up, Magic Mike? How you doing? How you doing, sir? All right, hang on. We got to bring up another one. We're just vaguely checking out Master System FM games. That's all we're doing. Just barely checking them out. All right. Let's see. What do we want to check out? Govelius sounds awesome on FM. I actually beat this game not that long ago. Govelius is a great game. It's sort of like Zelda, kinda, a little bit, but it's also later on. It's got kind of Zelda 2 elements, Zelda 1 elements, and then it's got kind of some other stuff going on. Great FM sound on this one. Let's see, where are we at in the chat? He needs to go to the Golden Nuggets. Yes. Chris Courage. I am Locutus Borg. Yeah. Definitely play a bit of this one. My friend and I really love playing what is it? MS Double Dragon back in the day? MS. Oh, Master System. I'm like, what's MS? Master System Double Dragon. Yes. I was like, what? Sometimes my brain don't connect dots. Sorry. Hell, you don't need turbo buttons for this because of how the hit detection works. Probably right. You're probably right. Last line. This is the best version of the console versions. Fast, looks good, and 2-player. It's really good. It's actually really good. And with the FM sound, it's amazing. Brian F. The Game Gear version is weird. The characters are zoomed in and seem like they're 8 feet tall. Yeah, that Game Gear one is strange. Thankfully, since Chris did that mod on my Game Gear, I can just play the Master System one on my Game Gear, and that's the way to do it. It's fantastic. I could play it anyway, but now it looks way better. Last line, only downside is enemies are kind of cheap. Yep, that's the big problem with pretty much every version of Double Dragon. 9, the music is good, but I'm super familiar with the NES sequel where the music is just absolutely... Oh, I'm not comparing... Okay, let me just say this. I'm not comparing Double Dragon on Master System to Double Dragon 2 on the NES. Double Dragon 2 on the NES is literally the best Double Dragon of any Double Dragon, including arcade versions. Like, Double Dragon 2 on the NES is better than the arcade version of Double Dragon 2. It's, that's just my take, sorry. I freaking love that game. That's one of my all-time favorite NES games. Except that the girl's name's Marion and my first name is Marion. And I don't like that. But other than that, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Let's see. Last thing, yeah, the NES version had great music. Nick says, does this one act like the NES game where you level up and get new moves? Are they supposed to be available from the start? Yeah, it doesn't have the leveling system. It's just you have the moves. You just have to figure out how to do them or look them up. It doesn't have any of that. I mean, that's something that some people probably really don't like about the NES one, but I don't know. I really like the NES Double Dragon. It's a very unique version. I like that it's so different. You know, it's really cool. Hell says keep storing arcade based. Gotcha. So they're all unlocked. Yep. Oh man, it just jumped on me. Where am I at? I hate when it jumps on me like that and I lose the chat. Okay, gotcha, they're unlocked. Last line. I know the NES is the only one where you level up. You have all the moves in the Master System from the start. Yes, Tricom. Kick his ass, Cybass. Thank you, Tricom. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, we have a celebrity in the chat. We have a celebrity. Stop what you're doing. If you're not subscribed to Wired Up Retro, what are you doing? Why are you at my channel and have not subscribed to Wired Up Retro? One of the greatest channels on YouTube, period. Definitely in the upper echelon of retro YouTube channels. Wired Up Retro is not only a fantastic channel that will give you some amazing information about all kinds of retro stuff that you never would figure out on your own otherwise. And I'm talking about like controllers that you've never heard of, the uses for controllers that you've seen 1,000 times but didn't know what they could really do. This guy has educated me in so many ways about things that I like I said, I would be completely ignorant to otherwise. And on top of that, just the nicest dude in the world. I really want to encourage you guys to go check out Wired Up Retro. Great dude. And thank you, sir, for coming and hanging out again. Every time you show up, it makes me feel good. And feeling good is great. You know, normally busting ghosts is supposed to make me feel good. Hasn't worked out lately. Haven't really busted any ghosts that I can speak about. So this is a great substitute. Thank you, sir, for being here. Thank you very much for everything you do. Mike's Gaming Gala, not much, just finished watching Nightmare Before Christmas. Dude, Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, a movie you could watch any time of the year probably, but definitely you get 2 shots at it, you know, as you approach the holidays. Nightmare Before Christmas, that is a good movie. I used to have the song memorized that the Boogeyman sings. Well, 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 what have we here? Santa Claus, huh? Oh, I'm really scared. So you're the one everybody's talking about. I can't remember all the stuff, but I used to have the whole thing memorized. I freaking love the Boogeyman. That's a great movie. Mike's Gaming God, we watched Gremlins yesterday. Oh, wow. Hitting all the holiday classics. The first Gremlins. Beautiful. The second one, super weird, cheesy as hell, still entertaining, not a great movie, but still has some really cool stuff. But the first one's really, really good. Tricom, Die Hard next. Die Hard, you got to do it. It's Christmas. Die Hard and Die Hard 2, right? Die Hard 2 is okay, but Die Hard. Now you know it. With the music last line? Okay. The music is so complex and layered for NES. It is. Dude, there's so many NES games with absolute banger music. Chris Courage, Master System, Multiple Sclerosis, Double Dragon, yes. Yes. Unfortunately, my brain was like, what? MS? What? Sorry. Gremlins 2 is a damn masterpiece. It's definitely a piece of something. Oh yeah, I got super Yeah, apocalyptic music from Double Dragon 3 is awesome. Double Dragon 3 on NES, not the arcade version. Not so much. NES Double Dragon 3 is pretty damn good. Now, how did they so absolutely knock it out of the park on every level? Super. It's just incredible. I don't know. Double Dragon 3 music, not bad, but the track count is far lower. My opinion doesn't reach the heights. There you go. Geekstorian, I really like Double Dragon. It's fun, but then Double Dragon's just a fun series. It is. Wired Up Retro is awesome. Yes, sir. Making you blush? That's what I do, sir. That's what I do. It's not just kind words. You're an awesome dude, man. And we're very, very grateful and privileged to have you here and to continue to have you providing some of the best videos on YouTube. So thank you, sir. Sub to Super's recommendation. There you go. Brian F. Not to be confused with Boogerman. Good Genesis game. Okay. Oh, the Boogeyman and Boogerman? Yes. Wired Up Retro grabbed an Atari Game Station Go over the weekend. I'm excited about it. It's been like Christmas at my house. Hell yeah, dude. Game Station Go. There you go. There you go. Are you getting the Intellivision Sprint? Are you getting the Intellivision Sprint? I know everybody's looking forward to that. Most of my friends are looking forward to that. Not everybody, but I think it's going to be pretty cool. It says the second one just might have been the pinnacle of gross puppet artistry, man. Well, yeah, on a technical level, there's some amazing stuff going on in Gremlins 2. Absolutely. Mike's Gaming Gala, nice. I didn't get one, but after playing a bit with the PRGE, I kind of want one now. Yeah, Double Dragon 2 and 3 also games, my friend. I love playing. Yes, hell, absolutely. All right, let's look at another one. Let's move on. Master System, FM Sound Games. Okay. Let's see. Lord of the Sword. Maybe that one. That one's a cool looking game. I haven't really played it as much as I want to because it's pretty hard. Kinseiden, however you say it's another great one. Let's do that one first. We'll do that one, then we'll do Lord of the Sword. Pretty good graphics. Both this and Lord of the Sword both have some pretty good graphics. FM sounds good on this, isn't it? That sounds like a Genesis game. It really does. Doesn't that sound like a Genesis game? Yeah, this is one you want to play with FM because the graphics are good. It's pretty hard, but it's a good game. And the FM, man, that makes a huge difference. That's really the downside of a lot of Master System stuff. You know, we didn't get the FM, and a lot of the Master System games, they look fantastic, they play great, but the music's not good. I mean, some of them have good music, but a lot of them don't. And if we'd have had this FM capability, that would have really been a big deal. I wish they would have built it into the Master System just completely. That would have been so good. I guess they were trying to save money on the cost of building it in the beginning. They did put it in on a later release in Japan, but not here, unfortunately. All right, last line. How about the Vectrex Mini? Anyone back that on Kickstarter? I know a lot of people that are getting that. I did not. I don't have any nostalgia for the Vectrex. It looks cool, but I wasn't going to spend that kind of money on something like that. I don't even play Vectrex games on emulators or anything, so I'm just not. That's just not my. It's not my bag, baby. But I know a lot of people are really into that. And I look forward to seeing like some YouTube videos when people get theirs. That'll be really cool. Wired Up Retro. I like the idea of the new Intellivision, but I'm out of money at this point, dude. I feel you. I absolutely understand what you mean. Yeah, I got one. I really wanted to get a second one to give to my brother, but it's not a lot of money, but it's a significant amount of money. And I was like, man, I talked to my brother about it a little bit, and I was like, I don't think he's that. I was like, you can play mine. Come over and play mine. He's not like big into. I've given him a bunch of stuff kind of like that. Like I gave him one of those TurboGrafx minis, and I gave him like one of those newer like Sega Genesis knockoff systems and some games and stuff. I don't think he even plays any of that stuff. He just keeps it in a box. So it would have been a lot of money for nothing probably. But I did think about it. I did give a lot of thought to it. Let's see. Mike's Gaming Gala. Yeah, I was super skeptical about the Vectrex Mini, but after playing it, it's awesome. I'm not saying that it's not awesome. I'm just saying, like Wired Up Retro is saying, money's tight, man. We got to make decisions. We can't all buy everything. We're not all Casey, okay? Not everybody's the Intellivision gamer. But yeah, I mean, if I had like a lot of extra cash, there's probably a lot of stupid stuff I would buy, that I'm like, I don't even care, but I'm still buying it, Because I did. Once upon a time, I bought all kinds of nonsense. Pharaoh Man, what's up, dude? Cyrus, as I listen to the stream of one of my favorite consoles of all time, I'm working on my car in the dark outside in 36-degree weather, and it brings me warmth. Well, Pharaoh Man, it brings me warmth to bring you warmth. And together we can be warm. Wait a minute, this is going in a weird direction. Thank you? We'll just say thank you. Thank you, sir. Wired Up Retro, the Vectrex Mini looks sweet. Yes, I hear Kincident is a hidden gem of sorts. Well, that's a term I've not heard in a long time. That's a term that's been adopted, shall we say, by a certain YouTuber who uses that term a lot. I don't ever use that term because of that, but it's we used to use it a lot. It used to be something you would say. A hidden gem. It is a hidden gem. Let's see. Mike's Gaming Gala, video out and the ability to use an OG controller makes it a must-have in my opinion. Well, there you go. A must-have. Absolutely. Let's see. Pharaoh Man, going back under the car now, but still listening. Whiz break over. Fair enough. You don't want to do that under the car. That could create other problems. Nye says that they left FM in the ROMs is kind of interesting. It must have been too much work to remove it and also risk breaking things like Digital House of Cards. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I don't know what my guess is they just didn't. They're just like, whatever, Yeah, it would have been a lot of extra work. Del Tangible FM hardware costs a lot back then. That's probably true. Oh, look! OG Hugo. Ladies and gentlemen. OG Hugo. Also an awesome person. Produces all kinds of great video game controllers for various consoles, such as the ColecoVision, the Intellivision, and such as, and so forth. OG Hugo. Are you still running your Black Friday special, OG Hugo? You can tell people about it. I don't have any problem with people promoting what they do. In fact, I encourage everybody, please promote whatever you have going on. And the reason is, it's hard to keep track of everybody. YouTube does not tell us what people are doing. We click the bell, we hit the like button, we subscribe, and YouTube still doesn't tell us what people do. And I find out later, like, people put out 15 videos that I hadn't seen, and it just never let me know that it was happening. So please, feel free to promote whatever you got going on. I appreciate it very much. And if it's YouTube stuff, or if you're making like cool stuff or whatever, that's fine. It's not a problem. You don't have to ask permission either. There are actually some YouTubers that get mad if people talk about their stuff, and I've never understood that. When I first started doing YouTube, there was a dude that I tried to be friendly with, and I think he got mad at me twice. Once because I said something about my channel. I wasn't even like promoting anything. I just said something about my channel. He got mad. The other time he got mad was I streamed the same time he streamed. And he got super pissed that I was streaming the same time he streamed. I'm like, guys, life is too short. I don't understand. I don't know. It's like, there's only so many hours in the day. You know? And if you know more people than there are hours, I mean, how are you going to avoid streaming when other people stream? It is what it is. YouTube is a silly place. 'Tis a silly place. It's like Camelot. YouTube is like Camelot. Nick says, money is tight everywhere lately, especially around the holidays. Indeed. Magic Mike says, oh, Casey has a buying problem. He does. He has a problem. We're going to have to do an intervention at some point. I'm pretty sure. Wired Up Retro. Hugo, good to see you here. Absolutely. Hugo, wow, you have a celebrity. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. I do. I take it the Vectrex uses a normal screen and not the vector based on the OG. Can it even be replicated today? Yeah, I think it's emulation. I think it's basically like an OLED screen or something. Something like that. Brian F. Film, no static at all. No static at all. Dude, doesn't it sound good? It sounds really good. Let me put on another one. We're gonna put on Lord of the Sword. And I gotta catch up more on the chat. Lord of the Sword. That's a cool name. That would be they should turn that into a movie or a TV show. Lord of the Sword. Based on the Sega Master System hit that no one knows about. FM sound games. Let's see. Lord of the Sword. Lord of the Sword. This game looks cool. This has a really cool graphic style. I can't say, because I don't remember how good the FM is on it. So we're going to find out together. Let's see. Or hear. See and hear. But very good graphics. Oh yeah. I know it's tough to hear the music because I keep talking. Sorry about that. I don't know about these sound effects. Really good graphics. Seems pretty good. Not bad. All right. Back to the chat. Check it the chat. Check it the chat. Wired Up Retro. Hugo, how's that Intellivision controller coming along with the less clicky D-pad? Breaking news. Hill Tangible. It's just like it's just line code for the music to activate the FM sound if a ROM has it. Yeah. If we remove the FM to save 10 kilobytes, the ROM may reach critical mass and explode and kill us all. I don't know. Nick says, I've only done a Creative Vision video lately, so not much from me. I'm working on Mortal Kombat 1, but that's going to take a while. Well, we look forward to it, Nick. Guys, you got to check out Geekstorian's channel. So many awesome videos, including a classic Metroid video that's amazing. I recommend that one. If you go to Geekstorian's channel, look for the Metroid video. It's very good. Very fun video. Magic Mike, YouTube is social media. Talk all you want about your stuff on my streams. I 100% agree with that, Mike. Who was this? Oh, don't worry about it. I'm not doing that. Somebody I used to know. Somebody I used to know. Mike Skimmy Gala. And if you're buying something cool from OG Hugo, use the code MGG for $5 off. I think he's got another deal too. I don't know if you can use both deals at the same time. But check out OG's stuff. Check out OG Hugo's stuff. Last line, Lord of the Sword is a cool name, definitely for a metal band. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Lord of the Sword, yeah. Naya says, you sure, Super, even if my channel is dedicated to a long, drawn-out takedown of this channel, using crudely produced AI pictures to place you at several key points in history, such as upon a grassy knoll. Oh my god. Absolutely, I need to see that. Like, what are you kidding me? The fact that I haven't seen that yet is a crime against humanity. Yes, if there is such a channel that you're working on, let me know about it. OG Hugo, okay, I tried to put my stuff on, but it's not coming up on chat. Oh, okay, hang on. Oh, hang on. How do I, let's do this. Hang on. Let me know if this gives you the ability to do that, OG Hugo. Let me know. I forget sometimes to give people certain permissions. So let me know if that works. Trichome, Cyrus shipped me beef ribs from Texas. My life may depend on it. Damn! See what I can do. I don't know. Might be kind of tough to pull off. OG Hugo, I think I need to be moderator. Yep, it should be now. Lord of the Sword, only second to Lord of the Dance. Lord of the Dance is pretty good. Lord of the Dance pretty good. When I was in college, I worked at a TV station, and we had the Lord of the Dance on. It was a PBS station, so we ran Lord of the Dance. It was that time. And I would watch these people flicking their ankles around, and I know, like, I have problems with my feet. I don't have arches in my feet, so I have weak ankles. I've sprained my ankles probably 150 times or whatever in my lifetime. And just watching them, I almost sprung my ankles just watching them on video. Lord of the Dance is amazing. I don't know how they do what they do. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Mike's Gaming Yellow. Hugo, send me what you want to post on. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I have a Discord also. You guys are more than welcome to join, and you can share stuff there as well. The links are in my descriptions and stuff. Yeah. Yes, always on Discord. Okay, if you can join, that'd be... I mean, that's up to you, but that'd be cool. Nice is... Okay, the best names we got is Dude of the Dagger, Boy of the Blade. It's a trilogy. It's a trilogy. We've just invented a trilogy now. I'm down for it. Yes. Nick says, I think that Metroid one is still my longest video to date, Sai. The one I'm working on, I think, will be a lot longer. Oh, wow. Wow. I cannot wait. I await with bated breath. Unsub to Super. He was in the tank at Tiananmen. He hates freedom. Oh, no. They're spreading vicious lies. These are lies, people. These are not. This is not true. Last line. I was subbed to Nick, but his videos never showed up for me. I added the newest vid and the one Sai recommended to my queue. There you go. Yeah, I don't know what's up with YouTube, man. Hugo says, yes, on eBay if you use OGBF BOGO at checkout, you can buy one item at regular price and get the second one 50% off. Sale ends tomorrow. Ooh. Tough decisions need to be made today, fellas. Tough decisions need to be made today. This is the moment. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Nick says, wait, I have mod powers now. Yes, you do, sir. Yes, you do. Hell says, feeling really tired now. I'm sorry, Hell. Hang in there. Don't you die on me. You go, we go. Hugo, OG Hugo. What? I don't know. I don't know. Immediately goes mad with power. You are always mad with power, Nick. I can't believe I didn't make you a mod before. It's very strange. Yeah, I think that did it. Thank you. Okay, there you go, Hugo. There you go. Matt's Gaming Out. Just don't accidentally delete the pinned post. Yes, don't do that. I remember that. Okay. Metroid 1 I see is just under 6 minutes, and that's your longest video? There's a lot of work. If you watch it, you'll see there's a lot of work in it. It's not just a simple video. Nye says, help, geeks beating me with a large blue wrench. What gives? Nick, damn it. Damn it, Nick. That's not right. Metroid video last time. The one he's talking about is 25 minutes. Well, there you go. And there we go. There's the link. That's the one. No, links are fine. Guys, you don't worry about it. I'm totally cool with that. I have no problems with any of that. That's fine. Last time. Okay, I'll look at. There you go. Did I miss Shinobi? Oh, Shinobi. Aha. Let's put Shinobi on. Definitely got to check out Shinobi. Absolutely. Great FM soundtrack. Amazing version of Shinobi. This is a great way to play Shinobi. Yes, thank you for saying that. Holy crap. I can't imagine if we got to this whole stream and didn't do Shinobi. I would be embarrassed. This is a game I bought back in the day, and I got it cheap from like Play It Again or Game Dude or one of those places in the back of the magazine. Like Electronic Gaming Monthly or Game Pro or something. I love this game. And hearing the FM soundtrack, it's like, wow. Awesome game. Nice sub geek, always looking for stuff to sub to RetroWise. Absolutely. The Sword Lord thinks he's so cool with his parallaxing backgrounds. I know, right? Nick says, what you gave me, the blue wrench, I have to hit someone with it. Okay, fair enough. We're going to do one more game after this. Let me know what game I should do. We're only going to do one more, though. And then we're going to have to wrap up. I like the way you work, kid. Yo, diggity. About to bag it up. Not wrap up like that. Shinobi's awesome. Shinobi's awesome. What do I gotta say? What can you say? It's awesome. Brian F says the flogging will continue with the blue wrenches until morale improves. Yes. Can you dodge a wrench? Hell says, glad I can play Master System games on the Genesis again thanks to the Everdrive. That's what I'm doing right now. Yes, the FM sound on the Genesis Everdrive is pretty damn good. I think there's a Master System. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm talking out my ass. I think there's a Master System Everdrive that also has the FM built in, so you don't have to actually get your Master System modded. But I might be talking out my ass on that. I don't know. I can't really tell you for sure. But this is a great way to do it. This is definitely a great way to do it. Last line. Found the video added to the queue. Sorry I haven't watched your stuff much. Literally never came back on my feed. Last one I watched was your Sunsoft video. That was a good video too. Last line. This one has good music. Yes. Nah, dang geek, the damn algorithm frigged your channel. I surely would have found it if I was searching 10 years ago. Your subs ain't... Yeah, it's the algorithms, man. The algorithms. Does Sonic have FM? I don't think so. We'll check it real quick, but I don't think so. We'll check. Nick says, it's all good. YouTube is funny. People are busy. Yes. Magic Mike says, I'll check out Geekstorian as well. I have a documentary I'm working on. Oh my. Magic Mike with breaking news. I wonder what that's about. What documentary would that be about? Tricom, I have this game complete in box next to me. My sole Master System cartridge at the moment. Well, if you're going to own one, this is a fantastic one to own. Tons of replayability. Just a fun game. Awesome stuff. I cannot fault you for that. I love the special stages too. The graphics are fantastic. When the ninjas are like jumping at you and stuff. It's really cool. It's a good game. I like pretty much every Shinobi that Sega... Like, the Game Gear has one. Oh, that's Ninja Gaiden. There's a weird version of Ninja Gaiden on the Game Gear, but the Shinobi, there's 2 Shinobis, right, on the Game Gear, and they're both fantastic. This is a great game. I can finally play this on my Game Gear since Chris did that mod, and it looks so good. It's not, I don't have FM sound on my Game Gear, but it's still awesome. It's still fantastic. Let's see. Nick says, I never expect anyone to sub, really. If people dig it, that's cool. If not, that's cool too. Nick. Nick. Oh, Nick. I won't say anything. I see what you're doing. All right, Pharaoh Man. Gosh dang, this game rules. I honestly have never heard this FM version. It's really nice. It's in the regular version. You just have to, if you're playing an emulator, you have to enable the FM sound, or you can play this on a console that has the FM like attachment, which good luck with that. That's kind of a problem. Or you can play on EverDrive for the Genesis, which is what I'm doing, and you get FM sound that way. So there's a few ways you can get the FM sound. Wired Up Retro, I'll sub to you, Geekstorian. Hell yeah. Hell says, later everyone have FM built in for sound. Thanks for coming by, Hell. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it, dude. Nick says, yeah, I followed you. Wired Up. Dang, my link got lost too. Oh. Alright, I got you. I got you. I got you. There you go. You should be okay now. Anybody that wants it pretty much just ask me. You know, it's fine. Let's see. I've been subbing to all the boys tonight. My new hobby. There you go. Yeah, I got you now. I got you. Geekstorian. Neat Wrench finally let me go directly to people's channels so I can follow people easier. Hell yeah. I'm not doing anything, Psy. Hi, it's Blue Wrench. Totally not abusing power. It's super handy. It is. Hell says, really need to play Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Oh, yeah. I need that game. I was hoping it was gonna... It did go on sale, but it's not much of a sale. I really want to play it, but I'm kind of holding out, hoping it gets a little cheaper. Because it is kind of pricey. I'm so stingy on these newer games. I'm so stingy. But it looks really good. That and the Ninja Gaiden game, they both look really good. Absolutely. There's so many really great modern retro games. There really is. Let's see. Nick says, and legit hang out with people who have zero interest in retro and almost no interest in documentary videos. Yeah. They don't sub, and that's cool. Last one, Sai needs to learn context. Hell didn't say he was leaving. Oh, I thought he said he had to leave. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about context. Context? Schmontext. Hell says, you read my post so fast you thought I said everyone. I deeply and sincerely apologize. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this moment to let everyone know that I deeply and sincerely regret the actions that I took. Sorry, my bad. Wrench fight! Nick says, I picked up a new Shinobi and Ninja Gaiden one. I haven't finished either. I really need to give them more time. OG Hugo, if you are willing to part with that Intellivision LTO card, you can get a bunch of those other games you were talking about. That's fair, Hugo. Let me just say this. There's certain things that I own that I probably will have until I die. And they'll have to be pried from my cold, dead hands. And I think the LTO card is one of those. I have no interest in selling that whatsoever. I would sell a lot of things before I got down to that. There's a lot of things I would sell. But I appreciate your comments, sir. I appreciate your comments. And I says, if you got a couple seconds, you might like that animation I did a while back for Sega Lord X. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, guys, definitely check out his channel. Check it out. Absolutely. Last line, sigh, be like from my... Yeah, exactly. Brian F. I picked up the Switch 2 version of Sonic X Shadow Generations on cart for $24. Wow, that's cool. All right, this will be the last one. Let's see. You were asking about Sonic. I don't think it's on the list. But we'll check. Let's see. No Sonic. No Sonic. Rostan has a pretty good one, but it's not super great. Spellcaster's probably pretty good. We're only doing one more, though. I don't know which one to do. Wonder Boy 2 is probably pretty good. I think East might be okay, but I don't know. Zillion 2 is probably pretty good. What about R-Type? Or, oh, man, Power Strike is also... Rampage. Oh, I like Rampage, but... Damn, I'm only doing one more. Which one? Miracle Warriors. There's some good ones. Outrun. All right. R-Type? We'll do R-Type. That's fine. We'll do R-Type. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some things we must take with to us. We must take to the grave with us. Absolutely, hell, absolutely. OG Hugo, I can make you an offer you can't refuse. Hey, I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. Listen to this. Sound effects are a little scratchy. The music's good though. R-Type. Email you about that. Okay, R-Type's fun. I've been really into R-Type lately. Will the Sprint... Oh, wait. With the Sprint coming and JZN TV with an adapter, I don't even use my LTO anymore. Lots of cool stuff on mine, though, from my game testing days. I have a feeling that... when I get my Sprint, I'm probably not going to use my regular Intellivision all that much. But I still don't think I'll ever get rid of my LTO flash. It's very special. Oh, excuse me. It's very special to me. You know, it's one of those things that... It's like my TurboGrafx 16. It's sitting back there next to my TV. I have no need for it, but I'm definitely never getting rid of it. You know? I think there was a time when I kind of thought maybe I might get rid of it, and then I was like, nah, I'm not getting rid of that. Sounds pretty good, right? Nick says, I've been trying to muddle my way through the exact one. In fact, super hard game. I can only really finish 3 stages without infinite lives. It's very difficult. Mike says it's definitely a special piece of tech. Yes. Last line, you've got the LTO from Casey. Yes, Casey helped me out. He sold it to me. There was no way I was going to get one. There was just no way. And Casey had an extra one that he was basically... Casey likes to buy like extra stuff so he can keep things in the package and never open them. And he had an extra LTO and he was like... I mean, obviously, he didn't really want to sell it, but Casey's a really good dude, and I was, like, constantly bitching. I was, like, basically begging people to help me get an LTO flash, and I was making a big deal about it and crying on the internet, you know, at extended periods of time. And Casey pretty much got tired of hearing me whining and was like, look, I'll just sell you one, okay? Now, it wasn't like that. He was actually really cool about it. Yeah, if it wasn't for Casey, I wouldn't have got one. Absolutely. So that's one of those things that I plan to keep forever. Definitely. Magic Mike, I was a part of the LTO testing group. So I have a pre-release card. That's really cool, dude. That's really cool. Yeah, a lot of you guys have a lot of inside stuff that I have no, I'm not trying to be an inside guy. I had an inside situation a while back on something. It went really bad for me, and I'm not trying to be in kind of inside of anything anymore. I don't want that. But I definitely respect and appreciate that I know several people like you that have a lot of experiences and access to some fantastic, cool stuff. So that's really awesome. It's one of those things that, like, it's just it happens sometimes, and you get to meet people, and you get to learn things and be around certain situations, and it's like a lot of times it just happens. You can never expect it to happen. It just happens, and it's one of those unique life experiences that stays with you forever, for better or worse. Mike's giving me a Michelle fetish aside. Oh, yes, he's a good dude. Yeah. Hello, Ameo. I was more of an insider before YouTube. Well, there you go. Yeah, I'm not looking for any of that. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed some of this stream. We checked out quite a few of the FM games. There's a whole bunch that we didn't get to for the Sega Master System. But it's awesome. It's very, very awesome. I love the Sega Master System. I had one back when I was young in junior high. I had it. Very unique console. Never knew too many people that had one, but I absolutely love it. Me and my brother both adore this system. It's just a really cool system with some great games. Some of them are arcade conversions, but there's a whole bunch of original titles that are exclusive to the Master System. So check it out. It's a cool thing to look into, especially if you're able to experience some of this FM music, because it's a whole different thing from what you might expect for this console. So very, very cool stuff. This has been a really fun stream, hanging out with you guys and sharing some of this. Tricom, we know who broke your heart. You will find gaming love again. Thank you, Tricom. Thank you, sir. Nick, yeah, having had the same insider kind of experience you had, Cy, I could say I'm sort of good not having any of that anymore. I love you, Nick. You're a great dude. Thank you, sir. Nick and I we were in a foxhole together. We were in a World War I foxhole together. We had mustard gas coming at us. Bombs and shells were exploding overhead. Somehow we got through it. I don't know. Once in a while, we gotta, we'll get together again some point, Nick, have some drinks, talk about old times. Thank you, sir. Thank you for continuing to be a good friend of mine. I appreciate you so much. Later, peeps. See you on the next mission. Yes, sir, Nye. Yes, sir. Everybody check out Nye's channel. You know how to do it. Right click, follow, link. Yes. Fun stream, Nye. Yes. Great stream side. Thank you, OG Hugo. Thank you very much. Hell Tantra Bull, Mike's Gaming Gala. I'll be on Game Freak show tonight, and at 10 Eastern, if you want to hang out. Channel is Game On Forever. Okay. Thank you for that, Mike. Absolutely, guys. Check that out. Definitely. Geekstorian, we're going to need a fresh bottle of scotch. Yes. Yes. That sounds really good. That sounds great. Nick, Hell Tantra Bull, Mike's Gaming Gala, OG Hugo, Nye 11, Tricomb 79, Pharaoh Man 2311. Did I say Nick? Yes, of course I said Nick, the Geek Story, and Wired Up Retro. So it makes me happy every time you show up, dude. It really does. Thank you for being here. Thank you for wanting to be here. I appreciate that very much. And guys, definitely check out Wired Up Retro. Please check it out. You're hurting yourself. You're damaging your own experiences in life by not checking out his channel. Don't do that. Check out his channel. It's worth it. Brian F., dude, love hanging out with you, Brian. Thank you for being here. Last Line, my good friend, Last Line, thank you for being here. I know Luke was here earlier. He's got the pinned comment, so he had to have been here. Did I say Pharaoh Man? Pharaoh Man was here. It's only going to let me go back so far, and then it stops me from seeing. So sorry if I miss you. Chris Courage, the man, the myth, the legend. The man who's modified so many of my great consoles, including my Game Gear, which, what a great way to play Master System stuff. Thank you for helping me with that, Chris. Thank you for everything. Always appreciate you, man. And if you guys need anything worked on, talk to Chris. Talk to Chris Courage. Mike Wolf. The Wolf was here. Wolf. Who else? Who else was with us? So many people. So many. I'm going back really, really far now. But I'm about to run out. It's not going to let me go all the way. Nightwolf was also here earlier. Nick Gamer 2693. Buggy was here. Buggy Multiplex. Buggy. He had to bug out earlier, but he was here. Thank you for being here, sir. Riben Squash. Interesting name. Very much appreciate you being here, hanging out. Born Distracted. Always hanging out. Born Distracted's a great dude. Good friend of mine. Did I say Trichome? I know I did. I know I said Trichome. I know I did. I can't remember anything. My brain is Swiss cheese. You guys know that. All right. Anyway, that's it. Guys, you're great. You're awesome. And I will see you on the next one. I don't know what we're going to do next time, but it'll be fun. And it'll be related to video games in some way. I promise. Those two things I can promise you. Everything else is up in the air. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.